Welcome to the world of unstoppable shredders, where trees are torn apart in seconds by monstrous forestry machines. From trunks to twigs, nothing survives the jaws of these brutal chippers. Subscribe now for raw power in action. Welcome to Woodpath channel. The Petzolato PTH 1300 to 1500 wood chipper performs its task like a giant steel beast unleashed in a timber yard. Massive and commanding in appearance, the machine moves with absolute authority. Huge logs are lifted and fed one after another into its intake, where gripping rollers seize them with a growl, pulling them in like jaws clamping down on prey. Inside, razor-sharp blades spin like the monster's rotating fangs, shredding the wood into thousands of chips. The air rumbles with the machine's roar as the discharge chute forcefully ejects a steady stream of chips, forming growing hills of shredded wood behind it. The entire machine seems to feast on timber cleanly, ruthlessly, and with astonishing power. This is the Vermeer BC 700XL, a compact and reliable wood chipper designed for tree care professionals. With a 25 horsepower engine and smart feed system, it effortlessly processes branches up to 17 centimeters thick. Its wide hopper and vertical feed rollers ensure smooth, self-feeding performance. Lightweight, maneuverable, and built for everyday use, the BC 700XL is perfect for pruning, storm cleanup, and residential tree work. Small in size, big on performance. In the middle of a lush forest, a green wood chipper is diligently carrying out its task. With its vivid green paint, The machine stands out against the natural backdrop, a sturdy symbol of industrial efficiency deep within the woods. Its engine hums steadily as the internal blades spin at high speed, shredding each log fed into it into fine wood chips. With every intake, a spray of wood chips bursts from the chute, scattering into the air, blending the mechanical roar with the subtle sounds of forest wildlife. The green wood chipper works steadily and tirelessly, a vital part of the logging operation at the forest site. The twisting head slowly moved in, then clamped tightly onto the tree stump. Moments later, the whole machine began to rotate. The stump was pulled into a powerful spiral, roots snapping, soil and rocks flying in all directions. With each twist, the stump was yanked closer to being freed from the earth. The machine roared loudly, while the stump shook violently, resisting until the very last second. Anyone watching couldn't help but be impressed. Modern machinery really is something else. With a low mechanical growl, the machine grips the tree trunk firmly. The earth trembles as its powerful arms pull upward. Roots stretch and snap, soil crumbles away, until finally, with a final heave, the tree breaks free from the ground. Nature and machine meet in a moment of raw force and transformation. The giant lift machine rolls into place, its arms opening wide to embrace the towering 45-foot elm. With a firm grip, the steel clamps lock around the base. The ground trembles, then lift. The tree sways, roots crack and snap, and in one powerful motion, it's pulled clean from the earth. Precision meets raw power in a feat of modern engineering. The stump grinder starts with a loud roar as the engine powers up. The spinning cutting wheel, fitted with sharp teeth, begins to rotate rapidly. The operator carefully guides the machine toward the tree stump. As the cutting wheel makes contact with the wood, it chips away layer by layer, sending wood shavings flying into the air. The operator steadily moves the grinder back and forth, gradually reducing the stump into small pieces. In a few minutes, the stump is completely ground below the surface, leaving behind a clean area ready for new landscaping. The machine locks onto the massive tree stump. Its crushing jaws begin to close, slowly, relentlessly. Wood groans under pressure, splintering with a loud crack. Bit by bit, the once solid stump is torn apart, shattered into broken chunks. Power, precision, destruction, its nature meeting unstoppable force. This is Big Bear, a true beast in the wood chipping world. Built for heavy-duty work, it chews through thick logs, tangled branches, and stubborn stumps with brutal force. Watch as it devours tree after tree, turning them into clean, uniform wood chips in seconds. With its powerful engine and aggressive feed system, Big Bear is made for tough jobs and nonstop performance. When power meets reliability, Big Bear leads the way. At a job site in Australia, the Bandit 21 XP chipper is demonstrating its raw power as it tackles some of the densest and hardest timber imaginable, the kind of wood that challenges even the most robust industrial equipment. A large grapple loader carefully lifts a massive log with thick, tangled branches and slowly feeds it into the intake chute of the running chipper. The moment the wood touches the feed rollers, The razor-sharp steel blades inside the Bandit 21 XP roar to life, beginning their relentless work, slicing, smashing, and grinding the bulky timber into neat, uniform wood chips. The sound is intense, metal against hardwood, loud and powerful. Each rotation of the blade is a decisive, unstoppable strike. The chipper doesn't flinch. Within minutes, the entire log, including its heavy limbs, is reduced to chips. The discharge chute sprays out the finished product, a golden stream of fine mulch tumbling under the sun, proof of the Bandit's immense capability and crushing efficiency on even the toughest wood. The Albach Diamond 2000, operated by Lohnunternehmen Wedel, performs its task with remarkable precision and efficiency, as if programmed to waste nothing. Its strong yet agile grapple arm carefully lifts small logs and gently feeds them into the machine's core, where razor-sharp blades spin at high speed. The moment the wood meets the blades, it is swiftly and cleanly processed into uniform wood chips, ready for reuse. The machine completes its work like a skilled craftsman, making full use of every inch of the log, leaving behind no waste, not even a splinter. Every movement speaks of control and optimization, as though the machine understands the true value of the wood it's processing. On an open clearing by the edge of the forest, the Vermeer HG 6800TX wood grinder, painted in a bright industrial yellow, stands like a mechanical beast gleaming under the late afternoon sun. The steel exterior reflects light, casting a modern, powerful presence against the wild, wooded backdrop. A hydraulic grapple arm works steadily, graceful yet firm, lifting and placing bundles of felled logs into the wide feed opening of the machine. With each delivery of wood, a rumble fills the air, the cracking of fibers, the grinding of metal, and the roar of the engine combine into an industrial symphony set amidst nature. Inside, the HG6800TX's high-speed grinding system makes quick work of the heavy logs. Its sharp steel teeth spin rapidly, cutting, shredding, and pulverizing the wood into fine mulch. A powerful airflow blasts the resulting chips through a long discharge chute, launching them in a steady stream into the bed of a nearby truck. The wood chips land in rhythmic layers, building up inside the truck's container, ready for transport to recycling facilities where they'll be transformed into biomass fuel, compressed sawdust, or eco-friendly building materials. Each cycle of grinding is a transformation of raw nature into renewable resource, and the HG6800TX is the bridge, precise, relentless, and full of energy. The massive Hitachi 350 moves steadily across the ground, its engine humming like a beast ready to work. At the front, the powerful CBI cutting head lowers slowly toward a stubborn tree stump. With one strong pull, the machine digs its teeth into the roots. Earth cracks. The stump trembles. Bit by bit, the roots give way, torn from the soil that once held them tight. Dust flies as the machine lifts the stump out of the ground, leaving behind a wide, open pit. Another job done, fast, clean, and powerful. The root twisting machine locks onto the stump. With immense torque, it begins to rotate, biting, pulling, and tearing into the buried roots. The ground shakes as the machine twists with purpose, forcing the stubborn stump to surrender. Its raw strength, mechanized and unstoppable. In the heart of a bustling urban district, old roadside tree stumps cling stubbornly to the earth, obstacles to a refreshed and orderly streetscape. But modern technology is more than up to the challenge. The stump twisting machine rolls into position, its engine roaring with power. The massive steel auger begins to spin, sharp blades driving deep beneath each stubborn stump. With every forceful twist, soil breaks apart, and tangled roots are torn free and lifted to the surface. One by one, the stumps surrender, vanishing in clouds of dust. In just a few passes, sidewalks are cleared, ready for new paving, new greenery, and a revitalized urban scene. Amid the rhythm of city life, technology brings precision and progress to the streets. A heavy-duty machine grinds into action, its powerful claw gripping a stubborn tree stump. With mechanical precision, it shakes, twists, and finally rips the roots from the earth. Dust rises. The land is cleared, nature tamed by man and machine. With a powerful steel arm and a rock-solid frame, this stump grinder takes down large roots, fast, fierce, and relentless. In a quiet residential neighborhood, a lone tree stump disrupts the landscape, a reminder of what once stood tall. But its time has come. The stump grinder rolls into place, its engine humming steadily. The cutting wheel spins rapidly, sharp and ready. With careful control, the operator moves the machine into position. As the wheel touches the wood, it begins to grind, layer by layer. Wood chips scatter across the driveway and lawn. Neighbors peek through their windows, watching as the stubborn stump is reduced to mulch. In just minutes, the space is cleared, ready for fresh soil, new grass, and a cleaner, safer yard. The cutting head keeps spinning, digging deeper into the heart of the stump. Even the old roots, once buried deep in the earth, are no match for the machine's relentless power. With each rotation, stubborn wood fibers are torn apart and ground to dust. The engine's roar blends with the crackling of splintered wood, a symphony of mechanical force and steady precision. The operator expertly maneuvers the grinder, ensuring every part of the stump is thoroughly processed. In just moments, the space once occupied by the massive stump will become a clean patch of earth, ready for new construction or a fresh, green addition to the garden. Deep in the forest, a massive stump blocks the path. The stump grinder roars to life. The spinning wheel, with its sharp steel teeth, bites into the aged wood. A grinding echo fills the air as wood chips fly. Layer by layer, the stubborn stump disappears. In moments, the forest path is cleared, ready for the next adventure. In just under a minute, the mighty Hitachi Zaxxas 200, armed with a ripper tooth, takes on a huge tree stump. With raw power and precise movements, the machine tears into the earth, loosening the massive roots. Bit by bit, the ground gives way, until finally, the stump is ripped out, victorious and intact. It's a stunning display of strength, speed, and engineering mastery. The stump twisting machine locks onto the tree base and begins to rotate with immense torque. The root string, twist, then finally snap, pulled from the ground like a cork from a bottle. Precision meets raw power in this stunning display of modern machinery. The Genshem 700D wood chipper stands out with its powerful design, specially built to handle large tree trunks. The grapple operates continuously, its robust steel claws opening and closing rhythmically to steadily feed large logs into the machine's body. Inside, the rotating shaft is equipped with sharp, pointed spikes that firmly grip the tree trunks and pull them deep into the machine. The rasping sound of wood being shredded blends with the powerful engine noise, creating a vibrant and intense industrial symphony. After large tree trunks are shredded inside the Gens Hem 700D, fine wood chips are forcefully expelled from the discharge chute at the rear of the machine. Clouds of pale wood fragments cascade down like a shower, scattering and piling up into a towering mound of wood chips beside the machine. This scene not only demonstrates the machine's destructive power, but also stands as proof of its efficient processing, transforming bulky logs into compact, easy-to-handle raw materials for transport and recycling. In the heart of the logging site, the powerful Bandit 3590XL roars to life. Fueled by extreme horsepower, this whole tree chipper can devour full-length logs with unmatched speed. Working seamlessly with the Rotabeck cab loader, the system lifts and feeds massive tree trunks into the chipper's hungry jaws. In seconds, towering trees are shredded into uniform wood chips. This is not just forestry work. It's high-efficiency power in action. The Bandit 3590XL with Rotabeck cab loader, built to move mountains of wood. A massive, bright red machine stands tall, the Morbark 1100 tub grinder, a true mechanical beast at work in the woodyard. Its giant spinning tub rotates relentlessly, like a steel mouth wide open, ready to consume whatever comes its way. One by one, thick logs and tangled branches are lifted and dropped in by the grapple, disappearing into the grinder's hungry core. Inside, heavy-duty hammers tear the wood apart with raw power, transforming massive limbs into fine, uniform mulch within seconds. From the rear, a steady stream of shredded material bursts out, destined for biomass energy, landscaping mulch, or industrial reuse. The roar of the engine, the swirling motion of the tub, and the constant feed of raw timber create a symphony of efficiency and force. Bright red, bold, and built for performance. The Morbark 1100 isn't just a machine. It's a symbol of industrial strength in modern forestry. Amidst a landscape blanketed in snow and bitten by icy winds, the Heizohack HM 8 to 500K wood chipper grinds on relentlessly, growling through the bitter cold. Wet, slippery logs are lifted and fed into the intake, their surfaces frozen stiff. Inside the chipper, the grinding drum spins steadily, its frozen sharp blades slicing through the hardened timber. Each burst of shredded wood sprays out into the snow-laden air, blending with swirling flakes and the thunder of the engine echoing through the winter forest. This isn't just labor, it's a battle of endurance where man and machine work side by side against the unforgiving force of nature.